Now, we have said seven earth, Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Mana, etc. All those things are there, seven earths. So when Savitri is talking of, Shivandu is speaking of Savitri here, seven immortal earths, when he's talking of seven immortal earths, it is in the context of those Bhu, Bhuva, Bhuva, Swaha, etc. All those things you see. These seven principles of consciousness, physical, mental, physical, vital, mental, supramental, Sat, Chit, Ananda, seven are there. Now, they are not a new discovery of Savitri. It is not that Shivandu has discovered them and formulated them for the first time. They are there in the spiritual realizations of the past. The rishis, the Vedic rishis, they knew the seven principles, all these things. So the seven earths, seven immortal earths were known to them. It is not that Shivandu is declaring the seven earths for the first time. But the significance of the seven earths in terms of their relationship with the evolutionary manifestation is what is being asserted for the first time by Sri Aurobindo. People have known the seven earths. Rishis have known the seven earths. They travel through all those places, you see. But the totality of connections of the seven earth with this earth and the possibility of higher manifestation, that is the first thing which has been asserted by Sri Aurobindo. The credit for seven earth goes to the past, but the credit of the seven earths manifesting in this creation is of the future. Why I am saying seven earths were known to the earlier spiritual people? I will give an example specifically, very beautiful example of from Ramayana. Ramayana. See, you know the story of Ramayana. The stage in which the epic has arrived is something like this. Sita has been abducted by Ravana, and now Rama is in a state in which he has to find out where she is and how to bring her back. You see. So he goes from place to place, and at one place on a mountain, he sees two monkeys sitting there. Sugriva and Hanuman. And they were also in a kind of a plight which was of Rama. In the sense that Rama's wife has been abducted, so also Sugriva's wife has been taken possession of by his brother Vali. So his wife is in possession of Vali. And so there is a kind of a possibility of their coming together and fighting together against the enemy who have abducted their wives. So when they approach each other and talk about these details, then Sugriva says, look, Rama assures Sugriva that he will be able to fight with Sugriva and destroy him and win Sugriva's wife back for him. Now Sugriva has a doubt whether Rama is really strong enough to defeat his brother Vali. Vali is a tremendous Rakshasa, very powerful, and he cannot be easily subdued by anybody at all. And therefore, Sugriva has a doubt whether this man, this lame chap, will be able to fight with Vali and destroy him. You see. So he presents a test for Rama. If you carry out this test successfully, then I will have confidence in you that you will be able to fight with Vali. And then he says, look, there in the forest, there are 7 ebony trees, thick wood, solid, in a row. 7 trees are there. And if you can pierce an arrow through all the 7 trees, then I can assure you, I will be confident that you have got strength enough to kill my brother Vali. So that is the test he has given, which is a very practical thing, you see, very practical. So 7 trees are there in a line, and he says, shoot an arrow and let it pierce through all the 7 trees, and then I will have confidence in you. Rama says, yes, okay, let us try that thing. And he takes up the bow and arrow and shoots the arrow. The arrow passes straight through all the 7 trees. And after passing through all the 7 trees, it passes through all the 7 earths. And then comes back to his quiver. Comes back to his quiver. 7 earths. Swarna Bhumis, he calls golden earth, 7 earths. Ramayana calls it Swarna Bhumi, 7 earths. So it passes through 7 physical trees here and goes through all the 7 earths and then comes back here. Then Sugriva is satisfied, yes, this man can definitely defeat my brother Vali. And then they form an alliance, and then the whole monkey army is raised, and then they go march to Lanka and defeat Ravana there, you see. So basically the reference to 7 earths there is already in Ramayana itself, 7,000 years ago, at least, if not more than 7,000 years. No, in fact 10,000 years roughly. So 7 earths, 7 immortal earths is known to the Indian spiritual tradition. And it is these 7 earths which form each element reflecting itself on this physical earth here, you see. Now, hymn to 7 earths. I got here hymn to 7 earths. Together we conquer the mountain. Together we eat the newly prepared food. Together we hasten and greet the luminous child born in the eye of the sun. Though we had wrapped our souls in thickening folds of the darksome night, there were already those countless stars and planets blown by swan wings in expanses of thought, and in a totality your dream vision, a slumber blaze. Our birth and our death had flowed into spirit's surge for a deathless birth. Soon it started raining, not from clouds, but as would flowers from rain tree. And flames and ideas. Rain tree, this is a big huge tree. Flowers from rain tree. And flames and ideas burst as if poured the miracle of a million seeing. We followed the silver moon, drifting again to the sky of the self, and reached a new country full of unhalted hopes. Unhalted hopes. They'll be there. Nobody can stop those hopes. Nobody can. Of the eternal waking in cradle swing of strange green hour of rapture, a consciousness rustled and went bearing wondrous parenthood from infinity to deeper infinity. Climbing up, our parenthood is climbing up. A cry as in a midden laughter of the will of creation pierced the stiff past, and from growing in form gripped all glory in a vast passion of being. Together we pray to the seven earths, dawning now on the unseen horizon. They are coming up now, appearing, will become visible. If this supramental comes, means this really start becoming visible to us, clearer. You see. Together we pray to the seven earths, dawning now on the unseen horizon. Together we rejoice the materiality blooming in wild pink of our hearts. Yet, and to the point of inflection, only rush endless idea shapes of time. And all this ecstasy seems only a flutter of a multitudinous bird on the burning secret, like a fire breaking to seven seas of trance. The sight-fused word was sought the sight-fused word, as though the seven brides clasped a strange lover. Together we adore the great child birthing in the womb of the occult. Together we chant the loud hymn of assertion to the seven mothers. So they become our mothers now for one. For this child, there are seven mothers actually. He is not the son of one mother, seven mothers. The seven earths, you see.
Who did this?
Pardon me?
Who did it?
Dishwande. Yeah. Oh, it's not there? No, okay. Yeah.
Did not sign it.
So basically, it is this thing which are the elements of these seven earths in the transcendent. The divine physical, the divine mental, divine vital, all those things, etc. These are the three lower and these are the three higher, and the supermind poised as a transcendental creator. Each earth is a progressive bhumi for the corresponding nature of the creation. You see, this is a very vast creation. In record of yoga, there is an entry. He has a long chapter there on evolution. Now, evolution, not the biological or the consciousness evolution earth, but the entire evolution of the creation itself, how it started. That is what he has not described that thing anywhere at all, not even the life divine. It is only in this chapter of the record of yoga he has this. We shall see how the thought of God works itself out in life. So, he says the thought of God works out in life. So that you can understand how the thought of God works. Unless you identify yourself with God, you cannot think how He works out. The material world is first formed with the sun as center. The sun being itself only a subordinate star of the great Agni. The physical sun itself is the subordinate star of great Agni, Mahavishnu, in whom he entered the Bhu. That is first physical. Mahavishnu is the Virat Purusha who, as Agni, pours himself out into the forms of sun and star. So all the suns and stars which are there, actually they are the creations of this Mahavishnu pouring himself out. It is the divine fire which is pouring out in his creation. He is Agni Tvashtra, Vishwakarman, he is also Prajapati and Matarishwan. That Agni has got three names. These are the three primal Purushas of the earth life: Agni, Tvashta, Prajapati, and Matarishwan. All of them soul bodies of Mahavishnu, not the physical, soul bodies of Mahavishnu. Agni Tvashta, having made the sun out of the apas or waters of being. So actually from water has the sun come, this fire has come. Prajapati, as Surya Savitra, enters into the sun and takes possession of it. He multiplies himself in the Suris or solar gods, who are the souls, the flames of Surya, the Purushas or the female solar energies. Then he creates out of the solar body of Vishnu the planets, each of which successively become the bhumi or place of manifestation for Manu. The mental being, who is the nodus of manifest life existence and the link between life and spirit. Now he says, the present earth in its turn appears to be the scene of life. The present earth appears as the scene of life. Mass being its last theatre. Mass being means mass was abandoned for some reason, whatever it be, and it got shifted now from Mars to Earth. The present Earth in its turn appears as the scene of life. All that thing is here on life, you see. Now, therefore, it should not be such a great wonder really that there should be some kind of traces of presence of whatever we want to call it, of life on Mars. But that does not, even now it may, but they are of no meaning. Now Mars is abundant, so no evolution is possible on Mars at all. For whatever reason it be, Mars was tried as a bhumi for evolutionary process. But then it had to be abandoned and it got shifted to Earth. Now what is the chance that Earth will succeed? That is a different matter. Huh?
Which planet is next? Venus.
Who? Earth, what are the chances?
She said, who is next? Which planet comes next after Earth? Yeah, asking.
No,
I said
no,
Venus.
who is not? This Earth, this physical Earth,
This is the last
planet.
This is the last one.
Well, I mean, the chances are that now it will succeed.
Yeah.
There were 6 pralayas earlier. We are living in the 7th creation. And the 7th creation will not be dissolved. Will continue to be there. So we are lucky, you see. Will continue to be there because now the supermind has manifested here in the physical. When it is there is no question of it being dissolved. It will be taken up.
Creation and this dissolution, what is meant by creation? Is it this planet or is it our solar system?
No, you see, it is means basically the principle of evolution was tried elsewhere, and for whatever reason it be, Mother has said in the agenda, it was tried on the basis of stability, on endurance, on various factors like that, and then it had to be dissolved. It could not be permanent, you see, it had to be dissolved. Now, the stability was the important thing, and that is what she says is going to be tried on earth, you see. But now with the Mahavishnu himself coming here as an avatar, he is able to bring down the supermind upon earth. If Mahavishnu can bring down the supermind on earth, and his supermind is there on earth, there is no question of earth being dissolved. In the Bhumi, Agni Tvashta is again the first principle Madarishwan the second. See, you have to now keep on pondering on this one. Read 100 times and see if you can grasp some essence of it, to see some essence of it. By simply reading here, it's not. It is so dense and so difficult also, you see. Now, Madarishwan was second. Finally, Prajapati appears in the form of 4 Manus, Chatvaro Manavaha. Now, this is what Shyamantu describes Chatvaro Manavaha as the principle of avatarhood on earth. Each Mano brings out a certain aspect of the avatar, and it is that avatar who carries the evolution forward. Chatvaro Mano. Not in the physical world at first, but in the mental world, we stand behind the earth life. So this Mano is standing not here on the earth, elsewhere, in that corresponding earth there. He stands there, and from there he exercises pressure and works on this earth. In the same way, you can extend, so to say, that you have the supramental Purusha, supramental being, present there in a corresponding earth, who has to be first created, established there, and it is he then who will come and carry out the evolution further on this earth. This is Chatvaramano. But in the mental world, which stands behind the earth life, for earth has 7 planes of being. You see, each one corresponding to earth. 7 planes of being, the material of which the scene and events are alone normally visible to the material senses. And I don't think even that we really see fully. He says it is visible to us, but still we don't see. We are still carrying out physical experiments, physics experiments and all that thing. Endless, endless, endless. We are nowhere at the end. The vital of which man's prana kosha is built and to which it is responsive, the mental to which the mana kosha is attached. Now after that will be Vijnana kosha, supramental kosha, earth. The ideal governing of Vijnana kosha, he says Vijnana kosha, 7. The beatific, which supports his Ananda kosha, and a dynamic and essential to which he has not yet developed corresponding koshas. He has not yet developed corresponding koshas. So that is the futuristic possibility. But only unformed nimbuses of concrete being. All the gods throw out their lingarupas into these worlds of earth and through them carry on her affairs, her earth's affairs. They throw their aspects on this earth, and through those aspects they carry out the work here. For these lingers repeat there in the proper terms of the life upon earth and the conscious moments the gods in their higher existences in the worlds above Bhu. See, we are still talking Bhu, is it? The Manos manifested in the Manakosha of Bhu bring pressure to bear upon the earth for the manifestation of life and mind. Prajapati as Rudra then begins to form the life upon earth, first in vegetable, then in animal form. Man already exists, but as a god or demigod in Bhura Loka. Next earth, Bhura Loka, of Bhu. Not as man upon earth. There he is Deva, Asura, Rakshasa, Pramatta, Vishacha, Pashu, or as Deva, as he is either Gandharva, Yaksha, Vidyadhara, or any of the Karma Devas. For man is the son of Manu and is assigned his place in Diva and Pradiva, in heaven and in Swarga Bhumis. Thence he descends to earth, and thither from earth he returns He descends from there and then he. All that will be explained afterwards. Yeah. So the class is over. We can go home. When the human body is ready, when the human body is ready, then he descends upon earth and occupies it. So the Purusha is being prepared there, the body work is going on here. When this body is ready, then he will come and sit here. His manifestation in animal form is always a partial incarnation, as will be seen hereafter, etc. etc.
You miss
It's
the
very important. It's not a native of. Yeah.
Earth, Prithvi or Bhumi, on which we live, is a significant. This is my these are my notes. Earth, Prithvi or Bhumi, on which we live, is a significant center, an arca spiritual center for the evolutionary growth and manifestation of the possibility of the spirit in this creation, a point of concentration of the effort to achieve the result. Here gather all the forces, and here are fought all the battles on earth. And therefore, the battles are very fierce, very terrifying, very harsh. But the most significant about this earth is the only place in the entire manifestation where is present the psychic being, the spark of the divine himself. He is the immortal in the mortal, the psychic, he is the immortal in the mortal, taking the mortal forward towards earthly immortality. You don't want heavenly immortality, you want earthly immortality. It is possible only because of this psychic. These 7 earths are there to support and promote this immortality. So the entire function of the 7 earths is here. So we have spent 1 hour on this on this one sentence. Arisen beneath the triple mystic heaven, the 7 immortals were seen sublime. Homes of the blessed release from death and sleep, where grief can never come nor any pang, arriving from self-loss and seeking work, alter heaven nature's changeless quietude and mighty posture of eternal calm, is pose of ecstasy immutable. So if you read only Savitri, then you can understand this if you have experience of all that. If you read only, if you want to kind of imagine what is here in Savitri, then you have to understand that Sri Aurobindo explains Sri Aurobindo. Sri Aurobindo explains Sri Aurobindo. Here is Sri Aurobindo, but he has also vast amount of expression here, record. There's something else. You have to catch hints and tips from all those things and then reflect upon what we have here. So in that sense, Sri Aurobindo really explains Sri Aurobindo. In Record of Yoga, he has already put all those things. In Life Divine, elsewhere, all these things are there. So we have to simply gather those things and then try to understand what is here also. See. Of course, Mother's agenda is there also. See. So you have to follow the principle of Sri Aurobindo explains Sri Aurobindo. When we say Sri Aurobindo explains Sri Aurobindo includes Mother. It is understood, you see.